to in the language, but not necessarily one-to-one translation, just summary of it. So this is how strategy as a resource multilingualism helps. Look at it. When we have seen how learners, any human being, learner is capable of self-monitoring, self-repairing in the process of learning new language, new ideas as well as languages. Then they move on to increase their, this is, we call it additive bilingualism. I know one language or two languages. I'm interacting in the classroom with many more learners, and some new language comes. I'm acquiring it, learning it without being even making any deliberate efforts. So these multilingual classrooms actually promote multicultural understanding. I'm understanding the other without even knowing. Then I understand, and this also develops the common linguistic understanding, underlying proficiency of the learner. Means if I am good in one language, if good reader in one language, I can transfer my skill to other languages. If I speak well in one language and if I learn another language, I can do that. This is what so far the world has proved with writers, scientists, any sort of thing. So language is a merit, a strength to the learners. So now let's look at what we can do in the classroom. As a teacher, I need to understand language learning takes time. Learners' engagement with language means making use of the language in the classroom for real life purposes, learning physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, social sciences and languages. Also, how understanding how my language helps in learning content subjects, and how content subjects help in learning language, because everything is set, everything is conveyed, communicated, transacted, created in languages. So teachers, what we can now do is design tasks for learners of class 8th to notice language use in their reading and writing class. I'm not giving a specific activity, any activity. So one is they read. How will you enable them to notice language when they read? Of course, they understand when they read. Then writing classroom. It can be through note taking or summarizing the text. Scaffolding requires another learner, a teacher or a person. Does this make all learning social? Is learning, teaching a social act? I'm not getting into the political act of teaching is a political act, because the state prescribes textbooks, state creates curriculum, and we are living in a democratic state, quote unquote. Imagine a scaffolding activity for promoting vocabulary learning for learners of class 5. What is scaffolding activity? For example, let us create a collocation. Learners will on their own create some words, some vocabulary, some phrases. Then what will you do? You put them in another group. Let them create some more activities. This is how scaffolding can help. Look at learners of this course. We have discussed many things. One is how language happens in the classroom, and the whole entire classroom discourse is social, most of the time informal, and half of the time maybe formal, which enables the learner to use language in groups and repair themselves if they are not and if they are not doing the language well, means speaking the word with fluency and accuracy, and they monitor their own speech, and they modify their speech and scaffold themselves, or the classroom needs to provide scaffolding activities in order to enable them to use language well. At the end of the day, we expect learners to make meaning in the classroom, make meaning out of the inputs they receive. What are the inputs? Inputs are those: the teacher's language, ideas, textbook, what else? Peer interaction. That interaction these inputs lead to all kind of language production. We call that's what Chomsky call it performance of the language. So if I have ideas and if I have my language linguistic repertoire, means the store of language basic competencies, basic ideas, vocabulary, how the word, sentences are constructed, and how my ideas can. So then children learn language, use language for purposes. This is what a classroom discourse aims at achieving. So, okay, I am a teacher of language, or I am a teacher of science or mathematics. How will I realize that? First of all, let's understand and accept that language is central to all learning, whether it is mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, social sciences, political science, whatever. And ideas are conveyed in a language through the medium of language. In that case, so everyone has to be conscious of language use in the classroom, letting children know that language is used for purposes, and language use has some etiquettes, like when someone speaks, let me wait for, give a turn, and let me take my turn, wait for it. And speech is not simply, discourse is not simply very formal. So dear participants, read the module on classroom discourse, language across curriculum, design those activities and implement it in your classroom. We will see you in the next discussion. Till then, take care.
नमस्कार। हम अपने सभी दर्शकों का और अपने सभी विद्यार्थियों का स्वागत करते हैं हमारे आज के इस एपिसोड में, हमारे इस कार्यक्रम में जिसका नाम है आपका विश्वास हमारा प्रयास। जैसा कि हमने पिछले एपिसोड में हमारे दर्शकों से वादा किया था, हम पिछले एपिसोड में आपको याद होगा स्कूल ऑफ SOTHSM, स्कूल ऑफ टूरिज्म एंड हॉस्पिटैलिटी सर्विसेज मैनेजमेंट से हमने आपको कुछ प्रोग्राम्स के बारे में जानकारी दिलाई थी, और हमने ये भी कहा था दैट वी आर नॉट डन येट, वी विल बी बैक विद सम मोर प्रोग्राम्स ऑफ द स्कूल. And keeping our promise, here we are once again. With me today, we have the School of Tourism and Hospitality Services Management. Let me introduce you to our experts for today. We have with us Professor Paramita Shukla-Bedya, who is the director of the school, and we have Dr. Jata Shankar Tiwari, associate professor in the School of Tourism and Hospitality Services Management. And today, later on, we will be joined by another faculty member of the school, whom I will introduce at that time in the program. So today we have come with 2 more programs that the school is offering, and any of our students who are interested to take admission in the programs of the school, please feel free to contact us. There are numbers that are scrolling on the bottom of your screen. Please do feel free to call into the program, and our experts present today will be able to answer your queries. तो अब ज़्यादा देर ना करते हुए मैं लेके चलूँगी हमारे एक्सपर्ट्स के पास. first of all, a very warm welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
So, Professor Paramita, in the last episode, you would recall that we had introduced two programs to our learners.
Yes.
Which are the other two programs that we are going to be discussing about today?
Yes, last time when we were here, we were discussing about the tourism programs of the school. We have discussed about the bachelor's degree program in tourism as well as the master's degree program in tourism. Other than that, the school has recently launched a new program in the area of facility and services management. So this is a very new kind of a program in its entirety. It is one of the first few degree programs in the country in the area of facility management. When we talk about facility management, what we are saying is any place has some core activities that it is needed to do, right? Let me take the example of this studio. So this studio where we are sitting today, and the program is being broadcasted to all the students across the country. The core job of this area is to record or to do the live telecast of all the programs and send it across for the students. But to create this environment, certain activities are needed to be done. Like the maintenance of the place needs to be done regularly. The cameras needs to be maintained. The cleanliness has to be taken care of. There has to be some facilities that are needed and explored by the employees. That can be a canteen, that can be a washroom, and so on. So these are the things which are needed besides the core work action of this place, right? So anything, any process which is beyond the core work of a workplace is known as the facilities that are being provided. So any organization which helps in providing this facilities to the organization is known as a facility management organization. So what we offer to the students is a BA in Facility and Services Management. It means we provide them a 3-year degree program in which they explore the core areas of facility services that are provided to a organization, and the student gets a time to hone their skills in these areas. BA in Facility and Services Management in the IGNOU website is known by the acronym BAFSM. So what happens is, in the case of BAFSM, we give the students an introduction to all the areas of facility services management.
Right.
Facility services management, you may not be aware of, is one of the fastest growing sectors in the country. And facility management is considered to be having a growth rate of almost 17% per year till from 22 to 2022 till 2027. Earlier, before COVID, it was believed that it will grow at the rate of 25%. But after COVID, of course, things have gone down. It is a $16 billion organization or a management thing in the country. And of course, as big as the whole sector is, facility management sector, the more people it needs. And it is our job to give students or workforce for the facility services management area. So when we talk about this facility services management, it requires a lot of activities that the students need to be aware of. Like it includes building management, it includes building construction, infrastructure development. You have been to a mall. All of us have been to a mall.
Absolutely.
So mall is not just about shopping. Shopping is the core work of the mall, that people go to buy things there. But you must have seen that there are so many other people involved. You walk into the mall, there are the security personnel who are checking your equipments, your luggage and everything with their machines and all. They do that. Once we go inside, there is a food court that is maintained and taken care of. There are people who are taking care of it. And then we also have the washrooms and other things. Then we have a whole decor that is going on in the mall from time to time. So these are all extra work for the mall, right? Mall is about the stores.
Right.
But this extra things are the facilities, and they are taken care by the facility management organizations. So they give you the building management, where will be the lift, how will you reach here, where is the service lift and all kind of things, how the elevators have to be maintained, how the construction has to be done. One of the major things in today's time is risk and safety and security. So this is also one area where they work in. And when we talk about safety and security, one of the primary things is fire safety. There are certain licenses that needs to be taken. There are certain protocol that needs to be followed for fire safety. We also need people to help us in parking and so on. Space management is also there, like I was just saying, where the elevator has to be, where the lift has to be. Similarly, there is space management in the office as well. Like in our own offices, we have a facilities group which takes care of the safety and the washrooms and maintenance and all the things.
Yes.
So they have to understand what has to be put. So in that way, the space management is there. And we also have in today's world, we talk about energy and sustainability, how to provide things in a energy efficient, sustainable manner. There are many facets of facility and services management that are taken care of and that need to be taught to the students. If you want to work in this facility management organizations, which interestingly in just NCR area, one study says that we have around 130 facility management companies. So if there are 130 facility management companies only in NCR area, can you imagine the type of workforce they need, the kind of manpower they require?
Right.
And we hope to provide that manpower with our program. We hope to give them the skills that are needed for working in this area. So there are many facets of this facility management that we talk about in this degree of facility management. And since we are one of the pioneers in this area, we are hopeful that we will be able to fill in this gap of workforce needed for facility management organizations.
Most definitely, I'm sure, because this appears to be a niche area of the tertiary sector, if I'm not wrong, and also
Yes, you are.
as Professor Paramita just pointed out, that this sector has been growing exponentially, and an even larger growth has been predicted over the next 5 years. So I'm sure the students who are willing to work in this sector, they are all ears, because now, after getting that overview from Professor Paramita, it is only appropriate to go to Dr. Jatashankar Tiwari and hear all about the details of the program, the eligibility criteria, and what the program entails, what will be the nature of assignments, how the students will be required to, make their submissions, etc. Over to you, Dr. Tiwari.
Namaskar, ma'am. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to explain about this program. Ma'am has already defined and discussed about what the facility management is. I've been just telling a few things about the facility management, about the classification. This is classified into two different categories. One is hard facility management, other is soft facility management. So this hard facility management deals with the land, building, and horticulture, landscaping, etc. Whereas the soft facility management service include all the facilities like ma'am has already discussed, like safety, security, processes. All those things are covered under the soft facility management. So we had a very good expert committee where we have tried to put all the things into our syllabus so that after completing this program, our learner become more professional and they could find a very good job. So first of all, this program is named as Bachelor of Art, Facility and Services Management. Now let's talk about the eligibility for the admission. Any person who has just passed +2 from any recognized board can take admission in BA Facility Management program. This is open to all stream, whether it is arts, whether it is commerce, whether it is science. There is no discretion between the streams. Any stream, only +2 if has passed from a recognized board, you can take the admission. Next is the mode of offering the program. This program is offered in semester, but the examination is annual basis. Since we are having very less number of students, soon we are having very good number of students as people will come across and will be aware about what facility management and scope of the facility management in terms of jobs.
Absolutely.
So we may proceed to the semester system of examination. Now for examination there is a fees for per subject as per the university norm. Otherwise, the program fees for per year it is 10,500 rupees. And similarly, and if we talk about the few other organizations or universities which have launched this program for a certificate level, they have charged a very huge amount of money. Being a government sector university, public sector university, we have our responsibility towards the society. Therefore, the program fee is kept so that the people can take admission and get this degree from the university. Next is talk about the courses. The courses which we are offering in this program are a blend of courses from different basket. As per the National Education Policy 2020, we are having core courses, we are having discipline specific courses, we are having interdisciplinary courses, we are having value added courses. So all the bunch of the courses are there so that a student can take advantage of having some elective courses, some core courses, so that when he left after completing the program, he is equipped with the skill and knowledge related to the facility management. As per the National Education Policy, now we are offering this program in multiple modular scheme, multiple entry and multiple exit. So if a learner takes an admission and exit after first year, he will get the certificate in facility and services management. If he leaves after 2 years, he will get diploma in facility and services management. After 3 years, he will get the bachelor's degree. And if he stay for 1 more year, he will get the honors degree in or research degree in facility and services management. So each and every year is designed in such a way that after quitting the program discontinuing the program at any level, learners should have some set of skills. Like we are having communication skills, management, introduction to management, and then I was just talking about the hard facilities and soft facilities. We are having 2 courses, namely building services and maintenance. These 2 courses are there, and then fire safety. The 3 courses are there, which are the core courses, where the person will learn about the hard facilities, like the building, how the buildings are constructed, what are the services, how it will be maintained, different like electrical, then water supply system, and so many systems are air conditioner, heating, ventilation, so many systems are there, and the upkeeping of this system and all. And then fire safety. As Madam has already told, there are 2 basic things which are very important. One is the fire safety, another is safety and security. Fire is a subject in its own kind, it's so vast. There are, as Madam said, there are so many licenses, there are firefighting systems, so many things. So we have kept fire safety is separate, and we have kept its security in the facilities separate 2 areas. So like securing the area, premises, everything, that even this electronic surveillance, so many things are there, so that once a person leave after the first year, even then he is having some skill set so that he become employable.
The skills will be such कि वो कहीं पे जाके अपने लिए एक नौकरी ढूंढ सकता है.
बिल्कुल.
सर्टिफिकेट लेवल में जैसे कि डॉक्टर तिवारी बता रहे थे कि हम अपने बच्चों को सेफ्टी, सिक्योरिटी और फायर सेफ्टी के बारे में बताते हैं, ताकि जैसे हर एक फायर फैसिलिटी मैनेजमेंट में डिफरेंट लेवल्स हैं जी. तो सेफ्टी एंड सिक्योरिटी इज द फर्स्ट थिंग, राइट?
यस.
आप जैसे घुसते हैं बिल्डिंग में, सबसे पहले वही होता है
जी.
और बिल्डिंग में घुसने से पहले हमें लाइसेंस चाहिए होता है कि फायर सेफ्टी का लाइसेंस नहीं होगा तो कोई बिल्डिंग ऑपरेशनल नहीं होगा.
बिल्कुल.
सो दैट इज द रीजन इन द सर्टिफिकेट आवर एक्सपर्ट्स हैव हेल्प्ड अस डिसाइड दैट वी शुड गिव द स्टूडेंट्स द बेसिक्स, so that after certificate student को कहीं नौकरी मिल सके. ऐसा नहीं हो. It's a more skill based program, more professional program, which will be useful in getting a job, a placement.
True.
इसीलिए
in the second year we are having subjects like fundamental of computer. Nowadays we cannot do without communication and information technology. ICT is must. So we are having this fundamental of computers and introduction to information technology. We are having human resource management. We are having managing housekeeping services is a very important skill where students need to be skilled, because a lot of cleaning agents, cleaning equipment there are, and how this cleaning process is to be done. It's a very skill needed component. And then we are having the managing facility one, like catering facility. As Madam already said, she has given the example of this institution. And she talked about that because we are working, you need some refreshment after some time, like tea and coffee and all. So a catering facility might be there. So if an organization is such an huge in a scale of having employees like 1,000 or 2,000, so for their a specialized catering facility needs to be there. So these three things we have added in the second year. If he leaves after this year, completing this 2 year, even then he is having the skill of the hard and the second stage soft skills from the skill set of the facility management, so that even if he left after the second year, the student is being skilled with certain sets so that he will get the job. Now we talk about the third year. We are talking about some more information. I mean, like accounting and entrepreneurship. Even if he is having a sense of scanning environment, and he can do some study and to find the suitable opportunity to place themselves. As ma'am said, there are 130 companies, facility management company in their NCR. So people might be having a chance or a choice to become an entrepreneur also. Instead of seeking job, they become the one who are going to provide the job.
Absolutely.
So, and then we are having practices and application of facility management, where we are having indoor facilities, outdoor facilities. Say, for example, an outdoor sport facility. A lot of cricket matches are going on, and there is badminton or tennis. So many outdoor sports are there. So those facilities are also need to be managed. So we have designed this program that progressively student get a higher level of a skill, so that once he complete his degree program, he could be placed better in the industry. Or if he leaves at the initial stages of first year or second year, is having some skill set to be, so that he become employable.
डॉक्टर तिवारी, यहाँ पे मैं स्टूडेंट्स जो इंटरेस्टेड हैं इस प्रोग्राम में, उनकी तरफ से मेरे मन में एक विचार आ रहा है, तो मुझे लगा कि मैं वो शेयर करते चलूँ. जैसा आपने बताया शुरू में, मल्टीपल एंट्री एंड मल्टीपल एग्जिट का प्रोविजन है हमारे प्रोग्राम में, तो इसको हम थोड़ा सा इलैबोरेट कर देते हैं. हम ये भी बता रहे हैं कि जो 1 साल का कोर्स सक्सेसफुली कंप्लीट करके छोड़े, उसको हम सर्टिफिकेट देंगे. जो 2 साल का सक्सेसफुली कंप्लीट करके और उसके बाद क्विट करेगा, उसको हम डिप्लोमा देंगे. और जो 3 साल कंप्लीट करेगा, उसको डिग्री मिलेगी. जो उसके बाद भी 1 साल और रुकेगा, उसको एक एडवांस्ड डिग्री मिलेगी, ऑनर्स मिलेगी, है ना, ऑनर्स या रिसर्च की डिग्री मिलेगी. तो मेरे ख्याल में, मेरे जहन में ये ऐसा आया विचार आपको सुन के, हो सकता है कुछ ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स हों जिन्होंने 1 साल या 2 साल किया और किसी कारण से वो कंटिन्यू करने में सक्षम नहीं है, कोई फाइनेंशियल कंस्ट्रेंट्स है या कुछ है, जॉब करने लगे, और फिर उनको कुछ समय के बाद दोबारा आके अपना प्रोग्राम कंप्लीट करने के लिए इच्छा है, तो वो कैसे पूरा करेंगे, उसको थोड़ा हम स्पष्ट बता दें.
जैसा कि आपने बताया, नाम ही सजेस्ट करता है मल्टीपल एंट्री मल्टीपल एग्जिट. मतलब अगर फर्स्ट ईयर के बाद बच्चे ने छोड़ दिया है किसी कारणवश और वो इंडस्ट्री में जाकर जॉब कर रहा है, जब भी उसको समय मिले वो सेकेंड ईयर में डायरेक्ट एडमिशन ले सकता है.
हाँ, उनको स्टूडेंट्स को ये पता होना जरूरी है कि कितना समय है उनके पास. ऐसा ना हो कि वो सोचे मैं 8 साल 10 साल बाद भी आ सकता हूँ.
देखिए,
जी, तो वो हम बता दें.
ये प्रोग्राम है, मैक्सिमम 6 साल में इसे कर सकते हैं
जी
पूरा. और जैसा कि मतलब अगर ऑनर्स और उसकी बात करें तो फिर 4 साल की प्रोग्राम को 8 साल में कर सकते हैं. ऐसा हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी का मैंडेट है. हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी के शायद बाकी सारे प्रोग्राम में भी ऐसा ही होता है.
जी जी,
डबल ऑफ द टाइम वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग.
जी
हाँ, बिल्कुल वैसे ही है. साथ में जैसे आप बोल रहे थे, इसमें तिवारी जी, जैसे डॉक्टर तिवारी ने बताया आपको, स्टूडेंट्स को हम प्रोग्रेसिवली हायर लेवल ऑफ एजुकेशन स्किल सेट्स दे रहे हैं. तो हम ये मान के चलते हैं कि पहले साल में अगर कोई जाता है, सीख के इंडस्ट्री में जाके वो देख के आएगा कि हाँ, दिस इज वेयर आई फिट इन. देन ही कम्स बैक, देन ही लर्न्स द मैनेजरियल स्किल्स, देन ही गोज बैक, वर्क्स, finds out, okay, no, I need better things, I have got an experience. So he comes back and learns about the entrepreneurship and the things. By that time he goes back, he has enough skills, or she has enough skills to even start a business of their own, because
Absolutely.
they have learned it through a process where we have given them higher level of skills along the way.
जी.
And as Dr. Tiwari has just told you initially, this was this whole structure of the program was developed in consultation with the industry. People from the industry has been a part of it. People who have been working in the industry has been a part of it. And based on their requirements, their suggestions, we have made the whole structure in such a way that the student do not miss out on anything. And I would like to talk about the scope of it, which we have been talking about since the very beginning. Facility management is now required in offices. All the multinational companies, they have outsourced their facility management, since they want their people to concentrate only on the core job. So you go to any IT industry, they will always have a facility management group which takes care of it. Then if you go to any residential complexes today, right, Dr. Tiwari?
Yes.
किसी भी residential complex में हम जाते हैं, because residential complexes today have more than 1,000 houses.
Yeah, more than 2,000 families are staying there, and a lot of facilities are to be provided. And one of them is the hygiene, waste management. These are very important facilities, and the building maintenance. These are the three major important activities that are the part of the residential complexes. And the student can get. I mean, if you talk about any society, they are having facility manager, which are serving for this.
Right.
And this management of waste management, if we talk about, there is very separate. I mean, that take place even at the time of the construction of the building.
जी.
I have seen in the new apartments now they are having garbage chute. So from any floor you are there, you just put your garbage in that garbage chute. It will automatically reach to the dumping yard where that will be collected by the municipal corporation.
And they have a sorting also, wet garbage, dry garbage.
Yes.
They teach them.
Right.
Along with this, we also have it in the case of, like Dr. Tiwari was telling Jatashankar ji, in the sports. It is not just in the sporting complexes that we have it. We also need it in the case of event management. Lot of facilities management is required there.
Right.
And one aspect of facility management is also crowd management or visitor management.
That is the part of. We are talking about the practices and applications of facility where we will be discussing about. There are two courses we are having on the
application of it.
Yes.
Most importantly, emergency preparedness.
Yes, emergency preparedness we have kept in the last year. It's an higher order skill.
Right.
And every person who's there in this industry, they are expected that they should know the procedure, like emergency evacuation and natural calamities. अगर कुछ हो जाती है ऐसी स्थिति में क्या करना है, because say for example अगर कोई फ्लड आ जाता है या कि कभी अर्थक्वेक होता है, ऐसी स्थिति में क्या होता है, आदमी पहले से डरा होता है, he is not aware what to do and how he should evacuate the building. So if the people who are there, who are trained as a facility manager and they are having their team, it will be very easy to control the damage which could take place at the time of these such natural
Can
calamities.
definitely prevent further chaos.
Most importantly, earlier we used to have hotels who used to take care of their facilities themselves. Now even hotels are concentrating on giving the core facility of food and accommodation, and the rest of the facility like horticulture, maintenance of the building, they are given away to the facility management companies. So that is an area which is just new and starting. What we used to talk about tourism and hotel management some 25 years back, that is where facility management is today. So this is a vast area with lot of activities that involve both tourism, because we do a lot of event management and all of that, as well as hotel industry, that is housekeeping, maintenance, catering facilities. In many of the organizations, the canteens are meant by the facility management companies.
Right.
So these are the hotel industry which is also coming in. So facility management program, facility services management program is an apt fit for our school also, which is a
Absolutely.
combination of hotel management and tourism and rest of the managerial activities that has been incorporated.
Absolutely. I think I must congratulate your school for thinking ahead of your time and bringing this program for the benefit of our students. और जैसा कि हमारे experts ने अभी बताया, जो सेक्टर है ये फैसिलिटी सर्विसेज मैनेजमेंट का, ये एक जो नेक्स्ट फ्यू इयर्स में जिसको हम स्पेशलाइजेशन ऑफ सर्विसेज के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखें तो नेक्स्ट फ्यू इयर्स में ये एक निश एरिया जो है जिसमें एक बूम हम देख सकते हैं. जैसा प्रोफेसर पारोमिता ने बोला कि हर एक इवेंट, हर एक ऑफिस, होटल, इन सब जगहों पे कोर सर्विसेज पे क्योंकि लोग फोकस कर रहे हैं, होटल इंडस्ट्री भी अपनी कोर सर्विसेज पे फोकस कर रही है, तो उसकी जितनी भी सर्विसेज हैं वो सारी सर्विस मैनेजमेंट फर्म्स को वो लोग आउटसोर्स करते हैं. एंड दिस इज अ फील्ड वेयर इफ यू थिंक यू हैव द knack to contribute, here we are going to provide you the right kind of training, and the School of Tourism and Hospitality Services Management has taken it upon themselves to be the pioneer in this field and go ahead and offer a degree program. So thank you so much for this, and I want to tell our viewers to stay with us. We will be back after a very short break and we'll share with you some details about another program that SOTHSM has to offer for your benefit. So stay with us.
Indira Gandhi National Open University, accredited with A++ grade by NAC, provides you a quality education in open and distance learning. School of Performing and Visual Art is offering a wide range of programs in performing and visual art. Certificate program in painting, certificate program in applied art, certificate program in Bharatanatyam dance, certificate program in Hindustani music, Carnatic music and theatre arts.
बहुत यत्न करने के बाद भी नहीं पा सका, संजोग से मैं इस बार लेके आया हूँ.
All the certificate programs are of 6 months duration with 16 credits. We offer 1-year diploma in theatre arts with 10+2 eligibility criteria of 32 credits. The learners are exposed to various aspects of elements of drama, theatre games, acting techniques, scene work procedures, and they will also have the opportunity to take part in a classroom play production. We also offer bachelor's degree in Hindustani music. This program is duration of 3 years and learners are having the flexibility to complete this program over a period of 6 years. Apart from bachelor's, we also offer masters in drawing and painting with a duration of 2 years. Apart from certificate programs, degree, masters, we also offer PhD programs in performing and visual art with a specialization of visual arts, music, dance and theatre. Art is the perfect manifestation of every human being. So what you are waiting for? For online admissions, please visit our website www.ignou.ac.in. For more details, you can also contact Director, School of Performing and Visual Art, Block number 15G, IGNOU, Maidan Gadi, New Delhi. You can also reach us at sopva@ignou.ac.in. Happy learning!
आश्रम के चूहे पकड़े. तुम तो सचमुच राधा लगने लगी.
पता नहीं,
ये राजयोग कब तक रहेगा?
तो हमारी माया के लिए सुरक्षित है।
वेलकम बैक। और जैसा कि ब्रेक पे जाने से पहले हम चर्चा कर रहे थे स्कूल ऑफ टूरिज्म एंड हॉस्पिटैलिटी सर्विसेज मैनेजमेंट के एक बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट और ऐसे प्रोग्राम की जो एक निश और बूमिंग एरिया को केटर करने की क्षमता रखता है, अ प्रोग्राम विद ह्यूज पोटेंशियल. We are back now, and I would like to reintroduce our panel of experts. We have with us in the panel now Dr. Bharat Bhushan, Director, Student Services Center, and Dr. Sonia Sharma, Assistant Professor in the School of Tourism and Hospitality Services Management. And as promised, Dr. Sonia is going to introduce us and our viewers to another very important program that the school is offering. So, Dr. Sonia, please tell us about which program we are introducing to our students today.
Yeah, the title of the program is BA Vocational Studies Tourism Management, and the code is BAVTM. So this is a new program, we can say not really new. We have started this program in the year July 2019. So this program, like as other graduation program of the university, it's like eligibility is 10+2. Then the minimum duration of the program is like 3 years, and the maximum duration is 6 years. Then it is offered in the 6 semesters. And then we have this thing, what do you say, this fee structure, if we'll talk about, it's like 4,200 per year fees of the program is there. And then like it's if we'll talk about the course structure, there are 132 credits, and it's divided into 6 semesters. So there are like different category of courses are there. Like this program is purely as per CBCS scheme of the UGC. CBCS basically is choice-based credit system. That scheme was there in the university, so many graduation program were launched according to that scheme. So this is one of the program of that CBCS scheme. And if we'll talk about the category of the courses, there are five, it is divided into 5 categories. Like there are core courses are there, which are really purely of tourism background. Then we have discipline specific courses. In discipline specific, like we have different courses related to tourism, like we have globalization, then we have tourism undertaking, and then tourism business, etc. Then we have skill enhancement courses, which is like, as you know, the title of the program is BA Vocational Studies. So we have skill component in it. So under skill enhancement courses, we have computer application, then we have business communication, then we have airport handling. So all these courses are related to skill enhancement. And then we have another category of the courses in this, that is the generic elective courses. So then another category is the ability enhancement compulsory courses. In that we have environmental studies. As you know, nowadays environmental studies is compulsory everywhere. Then we have this English communication skill, which is very much required for that our tourism students, like tomorrow when they are planning to go for a job. So this communication skill is very much required, so that English communication skill is there. Then we have other languages option is also there, like if student they are more interested in Hindi rather than English, then we have given the option of various languages. So this is how we have divided this program into 5 broader categories.
Right.
Yeah. And
I'd like to add to it.
Yeah.
It is just that the school has other programs in tourism as well, like I have been stating in the initial part of the program. School has a Bachelor of Art in Tourism Studies, and then we have this BA in Vocational Studies, Tourism Management. In the case of BA in Vocational Studies, as the term says, vocational. So the focus is more on the skills, and at the same time it is done in such a way that the students who come from the vocational stream of the school can join us. As you are aware, tourism is also taught in schools in the level of vocational studies. So all the students from that stream is also joining us in this. And we tend to give it as per the scheme that has been given to us. It has courses in skill management, it has got ability enhancement, and the courses are it is in other of the programs like we were discussing earlier. We have the core courses, we have discipline specific courses, and one of the very important and interesting thing about this is in this we have specializations in the skill sector of airport management, which is not offered in our other programs. It is offered in this one as one of the skill based courses of the program. At the same time, this is also like other courses of the university and of our school specifically. It is multidisciplinary. It has got courses from the basket of courses that the university has. So it has courses in the area of, as Dr. Sonia was saying, environmental studies. It has got in the case of communications. When we talk about communication, tourism is such a course or such an area, such a sector where communication is very important. So whether you have a guest coming into India or the traveling out of India, communication is important, right?
Absolutely.
And to understand what the customer needs is very important tourism. हम कहते हैं ना कि पर्यटन में आप सपना बेचते हैं
जी,
तो आप यहाँ पे बैठ के किसी को बोलते हैं कि गोवा जाएंगे ना तो ऐसा होगा, आप यूरोप जाएंगे ना तो आपको ऐसे ऐसे देखने को मिलेगा, पूरा हिस्ट्री है. So we are selling dreams to the people. If you are not able to convince them with our communication skills, then probably we will miss out on serving our customer.
Absolutely.
Similarly, we also have to understand what the customer wants from us. So due to this, communication is one of the very, very important part of tourism education. And जैसे Dr. Sonia बता रही थी, in this case, we not only offer the students languages and communication skills, we offer them a broad section of languages. So in the case of vocational studies, tourism management, students have the option of choosing this modern Indian languages. Right. That IGNOU has a whole basket of modern Indian languages. Yeah. So the student picks up from there, and when they finish the program, then they will have a whole information with them about the languages concerned.
Can we also tell our viewers what are the languages that they can choose from?
Yes, they have
Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, we have, like I just informed that we have basic is the English communication skill. Then other than that, they have like a basket of courses in Hindi language. A few options are given, like 4 or 5 Hindi courses are there of graduation level from different school, so they can choose one among them.
Right.
Then we have Urdu option is also there, and then Sanskrit course is also there. So they can choose any one language out of these courses. Yeah, and if you will continue with the this course information, you want to say something?
Yes. Since we are telling the students about the courses, it is very important for our viewers and our prospective learners to know that all the programs that IGNOU offers are recognized.
Yes.
And they have all the necessary approvals from UGC and any regulatory bodies that they might be coming under the purview of. We cannot stress enough the care that IGNOU takes about offering the programs that are recognized. और हमारे जो students हैं, existing students हैं जो वो, और जो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स पास आउट हो चुके हैं, खास तौर पे जहां हम SOTHSM के प्रोग्राम्स की बात करें, तो जो SOTHSM के एलुमनाई हैं वो टेस्टिफाई करेंगे इस बात को, जो पास आउट करके एंड दे आर इन जॉब्स नाउ. सो वी वुड ऑल्सो, आई थिंक दिस इज अ प्लेटफॉर्म थ्रू विच हम अपने दर्शकों और प्रोस्पेक्टिव स्टूडेंट्स को ये बताना चाहेंगे कि आप अगर SOTHSM के प्रोग्राम में एडमिशन लेना चाहें, हमारा IGNOU का एक एलुमनाई नेटवर्क है जिसमें हमारे एलुमनाई स्टूडेंट्स जुड़े हुए हैं, और आप कुछ भी जानना चाहें जो पास आउट स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनसे, तो आप वहाँ पे भी जुड़ सकते हैं. और साथ ही जैसा कि हमने प्रोग्राम के शुरू में भी बताया है और बीच में भी बताया, अभी हमारे एक्सपर्ट्स हमारे साथ हैं. अगर आप अपने स्क्रीन पे स्क्रॉल हो रहे नंबर्स पे कॉल करें तो आप अपनी कोई भी डाउट्स को क्लैरिफाई कर सकते हैं अभी प्रोग्राम के दौरान ही. तो Dr. Sharma, if you would like to continue with the
few more information.
Please, definitely.
हाँ, मैं कुछ और इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ें प्रोग्राम के रिलेटेड ही बताना चाहूँगी कि जैसे अक्सर हमने देखा कि हमारे जो लर्नर्स हैं, सपोज वो एडमिशन ले लेते हैं तो उनको बात लगता है कि एडमिशन हो गया तो अब चलो हम तो इस प्रोग्राम के स्टूडेंट हैं ही. तो जैसे कि वो डिस्टेंस लर्नर है, तो कन्वेंशनल सिस्टम की तरह ऐसा तो नहीं है कि उनको डेली क्लास में जाना है, टीचर इन्फॉर्म करेगी कि अभी ये टाइम है, अभी आपको असाइनमेंट सबमिट करनी है, अभी एग्जामिनेशन फॉर्म फिल करना है. तो लर्नर्स को बड़ा एक्टिव रहना पड़ता है, टाइम टू टाइम हमारी वेबसाइट विजिट करनी चाहिए. और जैसे अगर इसी प्रोग्राम की बात करें, जैसे इसके जो भी हम किसी भी कोर्स की बात करें, अगर वेटेज की बात करें तो हम 30% वेटेज असाइनमेंट को देते हैं और 70% वेटेज हम टर्म एंड एग्जामिनेशन को देते हैं. और असाइनमेंट उतनी ही इंपॉर्टेंट है. कल को आपको लगे कि नहीं मैंने एग्जाम दे दिया, असाइनमेंट मिस हो गया, तो जब आपका रिजल्ट आएगा तो आपका नॉट कंप्लीटेड स्टेटस दिखाया जाएगा. इसलिए असाइनमेंट को टाइमली हमारी वेबसाइट से डाउनलोड करना, उसको लिखकर लाइक हैंड रिटन असाइनमेंट्स होनी चाहिए, लिखकर विद इन ड्यू डेट्स को अपने स्टडी सेंटर में सबमिट करना. और उसके बाद आप जैसे एग्जामिनेशन फॉर्म टाइमली भरना, लाइक एग्जामिनेशन फॉर्म्स की भी कुछ कट डेट्स हैं, जैसे 1 मंथ तक लाइक विदाउट लेट फी फॉर्म ओपन होता है वेबसाइट में, ऑनलाइन जाके एग्जामिनेशन फॉर्म भरिए. एग्जामिनेशन फॉर्म भरने के बाद एग्जाम्स के इमीडिएटली पहले ही आपकी हॉल टिकट आएगी. आपकी हॉल टिकट में आपके कोर्सेज प्रॉपरली मेंशन्ड हैं कि नहीं, वो सब चेक करना बहुत ज़रूरी है. इसलिए हमारे लर्नर को एक बहुत ही एक्टिव रहना चाहिए, टाइम टू टाइम अपने वेबसाइट में विजिट करते रहें, क्या नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट है. बीच में जैसे हम हर एक स्टूडेंट को एक स्टडी सेंटर अलॉट किया जाता है, बीच में जब असाइनमेंट सबमिट करने स्टूडेंट को स्टडी सेंटर ही जाना होता है, तो अपना और जो शेड्यूल है, क्या इंपॉर्टेंट डेट्स हैं, ये चीज़ें खुद में ही अलर्ट रह के, सतर्क रह के टाइम टू टाइम अपडेट करना ज़रूरी है.
बिल्कुल.
तो अगर हम इसके अलावा भी बात करें, जैसे एक तो असाइनमेंट इंपॉर्टेंट है, टर्म एंड एग्जामिनेशन आपने फॉर्म टाइमली भरना है, उसके साथ साथ री रजिस्ट्रेशन भी बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है. लाइक फर्स्ट ईयर बच्चे ने एडमिशन तो ले ली, सेकेंड ईयर के लिए या फिर थर्ड ईयर के लिए उन्होंने टाइम टू टाइम अपने आप को री रजिस्टर भी करना है. वो बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है। लाइक 3 इयर्स का अगर प्रोग्राम है तो एडमिशन के 1 साल के बाद जब सेकंड ईयर आपका ड्यू होता है, आपको सेकंड ईयर के लिए टाइमली आरआर का भरना है। उसके लिए आपको ऑनलाइन जाके अपनी रजिस्ट्रेशन फ़ी पे करनी है, तो ताकि आप सेकंड ईयर के लिए एलिजिबल हो जाएं। तो उसी तरह से थर्ड ईयर के लिए जब आप ड्यू हैं तो आपको फिर से ऑनलाइन वाली इग्नू की वेबसाइट में जाके अपने आप को थर्ड ईयर के लिए आरआर का फॉर्म टाइमली फिल करना है, ताकि आपकी कोई भी चीज़ में आप डिले ना हो, आप किसी चीज़ में पीछे ना रहें। अक्सर हमने ऐसा देखा है, कुछ स्टूडेंट्स काफ़ी टाइम के बाद आते हैं कि मेरा रिजल्ट में प्रॉब्लम है, मेरा आरआर अपडेट नहीं हुआ, कट डेट निकल चुकी थी, मैं अपने स्टडी सेंटर में गया, मैंने ऐसे डेट मतलब कुछ डीडी सबमिट कर दिया एंड ऑल। वो सारे फ्लॉज तब आते हैं कि अगर हम अपनी डेडलाइंस को टाइमली मीट आउट नहीं करते। तो इसलिए बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट है, जो टाइम टू टाइम हमारे कट डेट्स हैं उसे फॉलो करिए। अपनी सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन के लिए आप अपडेट रहिए। अपने एग्जामिनेशन फॉर्म्स, टर्म एंड एग्जामिनेशन के वो एग्जामिनेशन फॉर्म, देन आरआर, ये सब चीज़ों को टाइमली फॉलो करिए। सो
Thank you so much, Dr. Sharma. This is a very vital information, not just for our, tourism and hospitality services students, but for the students, all the students that are enrolled or are planning to be enrolled in the university. And thank you for flagging that very vital issue. Now, Dr. Bharat Bhushan is here with us. I would, there is a very important question that is coming to my mind. So I thought I would, you are the best person. So अभी हम बात कर रहे थे ब्रेक से पहले भी और अभी भी, the programs that the school is offering, the tourism and hospitality services sector, it's a big industry. And there are institutions, private as well as public, which are offering programs in this sector. IGNOU is offering programs keeping the fee which is bare minimum. जबकि हम देखते हैं और इंस्टीट्यूशंस में बहुत एग्जॉर्बिटेंट फ़ी चार्ज की जाती है, तो हम इन सब चीज़ों को ध्यान में रखते हुए ये प्रोग्राम्स ऑफर करते हैं। तो हम आपसे थोड़ा सर चाहते हैं कि हमारे जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं या जो प्रोस्पेक्टिव लर्नर्स हैं उनको हम गाइड करें कि किस तरीके से जो हमारा स्कूल ऑफ टूरिज्म एंड हॉस्पिटैलिटी सर्विसेज मैनेजमेंट जो प्रोग्राम्स ऑफर कर रहा है उसके क्या बेनिफिट्स हैं जो हम एज इनसाइडर्स इन द यूनिवर्सिटी हम देख सकते हैं, तो हम उनको बता सकते हैं।
थैंक यू डॉक्टर भावना। इनफैक्ट द इंदिरा गांधी नेशनल ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी का जो इस्टेब्लिशमेंट है उसका 5-6 मैंडेट्स हैं। जो सबसे पहला मैंडेट है वो है हमारा एक्सेसिबिलिटी, दूसरा क्वालिटी, इक्विटी, क्वालिटी के साथ साथ फिर जो आपका क्वेश्चन है वो दूसरा एक मैंडेट है, उसको कहते हैं अफोर्डेबिलिटी।
बिल्कुल।
और इंदिरा गांधी नेशनल यूनिवर्सिटी जैसा सबको पता है कि यूनिवर्सिटी पार्लियामेंट एक्ट से बनी है, सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी है और कंपटीशन का ज़माना है। बहुत सारे यूनिवर्सिटीज़ अपने अपने प्रोग्राम्स ऑफर करते हैं। इग्नू के जो प्रोग्राम्स हैं, जहाँ तक हम अफोर्डेबिलिटी की बात करते हैं, फीस स्ट्रक्चर की बात करते हैं, तो इग्नू के जो फीस स्ट्रक्चर हैं वो इस तरह के हैं कि हम कॉमर्शियल पर्पस के लिए नहीं हैं, हम हैं सोशल अपलिफ्टमेंट के लिए, एक सोशल कॉज के लिए। और यूनिवर्सिटी के जो फीस स्ट्रक्चर है वो इतने इस रीच तक रखे गए हैं कि हमारे देश के सभी लोग इसमें जुड़ सकें। और विश्वविद्यालय के जो 21 स्कूल ऑफ स्टडीज़ हैं उसमें जो SOTHSM स्कूल जो आज पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं, ये मेरे विचार से, वैसे तो सभी स्कूल्स बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट हैं और सभी अपने अपने फील्ड्स में अपने प्रोग्राम्स ऑफर कर रहे हैं, लेकिन स्कूल ऑफ टूरिज्म एंड हॉस्पिटैलिटी मैनेजमेंट में ऐसे प्रोग्राम्स हैं जिसमें जो एम्प्लॉयबिलिटी है अपनी ग्रेजुएशन के साथ साथ वो इनबिल्ट है। जो स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो प्रोग्राम करने के बाद उनको जॉब कहीं ना कहीं टूरिज्म सेक्टर में उनका श्योर है। और उसके साथ साथ अगर जैसा न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी में अभी जो 2020 आया है उसमें ये भी कहा गया है कि जो हमारे प्रोग्राम्स में उसका जो वोकेशनल है, उसमें स्किल्स हैं, उसमें एनवायरनमेंट हैं, वो अभी डॉक्टर सोनिया ने बताया सारे प्रोग्राम स्ट्रक्चर के लिए कि हम इसमें सब में इनबिल्ट हैं। सबसे बड़ी बात होती है एजुकेशन हम करते हैं कि हम एजुकेशन कंप्लीट करने के बाद हम किसी ना किसी जॉब में आ जाएं। तो जब हम बीए के जो हमारे बेसिक कोर्स हैं स्कूल के, उसके बाद हम किसी ना किसी जॉब के टूरिज्म सेक्टर में एलिजिबल हैं। इसके साथ साथ जब हम अपना ग्रेजुएशन टूरिज्म में कर लेते हैं तो उसके बाद हायर स्टडीज़ के जो ऑप्शंस हैं वो भी ओपन हैं। हायर स्टडीज़ में पीजी में जा सकते हैं आप, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन में। उसके बाद हमारे रिसर्च डिग्री प्रोग्राम्स में हैं, और जैसे जैसे आप अपने प्रोग्राम कंप्लीट करते हैं हायर एरियाज़ में, तो आपके जो जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हैं वो भी एक्सपेंड करते जाते हैं। तो जब आप बीए करेंगे तो आपको बीए के लेवल के जो कोर्सेज हैं जो इनफाइनाइट हैं सब मिलेंगे। एमए करेंगे तो एमए के साथ साथ उसमें और अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ जुड़ जाएंगी। आप रिसर्च डिग्री प्रोग्राम कंप्लीट करेंगे तो आपके साथ और ऑप्शंस जुड़ जाएंगे, जिसमें टीचिंग भी आ जाएगा, रिसर्च आ जाएगा, बहुत सारे एरियाज़ हैं। और जहाँ तक आपने अभी क्वालिटी की और एक्सेप्टेबिलिटी की बात की, इग्नू के जो सभी प्रोग्राम्स हम अपने स्टूडेंट्स को बताते हैं वो सभी हमारी जो रेगुलेटरी बॉडीज़ हैं उनसे रिकॉग्नाइज्ड हैं। और जैसे यूनिवर्सिटी ग्रांट्स कमीशन है जो हमारे जनरल प्रोग्राम्स के लिए है, जो हमारे प्रोफेशनल प्रोग्राम्स हैं जो दूसरे प्रोफेशनल स्कूल्स ऑफर करते हैं, एमसीए एमबीए, वो हमारे एआईसीटी से अप्रूव हैं। इसी प्रकार जो हमारे टीचर एजुकेशन के प्रोग्राम हैं वो नेशनल काउंसिल फॉर टीचर एजुकेशन से रिकॉग्नाइज्ड हैं, और जो नर्सिंग के प्रोग्राम है नर्सिंग काउंसिल से हैं। और जहाँ तक यूजीसी की बात है, यूजीसी ने तो यूनिवर्सिटी के क्रेडिबिलिटी को उसका रेपुटेशन के हिसाब से उस रेंज में भी नहीं रखा है कि यूनिवर्सिटी कैन डिसाइड एनी प्रोग्राम टू ऑफर, और यूजीसी को सिर्फ हमें इन्फॉर्म करना होता है। क्योंकि जो यूनिवर्सिटी के जो बेंचमार्क्स रखे हैं अपने सभी एरियाज़ में वो इतने हाई लेवल पे रखे हैं कि उनको मीट करना और उस लेवल पे प्रोग्राम ऑफर करना ही अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा प्रोसेस है और चैलेंज है। तो किसी भी विद्यार्थी को हमारे विश्वविद्यालय के इस बात से चिंतित नहीं होना कि यहाँ से डिग्री, डिप्लोमा, सर्टिफिकेट अर्न करने के बाद उनको कहीं पर कोई परेशानी होगी। उनको यहाँ से डिग्री करने के बाद हायर एजुकेशन में भी, इंडिया में नहीं अब्रॉड भी, और एम्प्लॉयमेंट में भी, सभी जगह इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय के जो क्वालिफिकेशंस है वो मान्य हैं। और इसके लिए यूनिवर्सिटी ग्रांट्स कमीशन ने समय समय पर नोटिफिकेशन भी निकाले हैं कि कोई भी डिग्री डिस्टेंस एजुकेशन से इग्नू से किया है, इट इज़ एज गुड एज फ्रॉम कन्वेंशनल यूनिवर्सिटी।
Thank you, sir. This is very important, and I hope our learners have made a note of what Dr. Bharat Bhushan just shared with all of us. We have some time before we can take our leave from you, and I would love to utilize that time by asking Professor Paramita a very important question. Professor Paramita, it is important for our learners to know that जो भी प्रोग्राम्स, आज हमने 2 प्रोग्राम्स के बारे में बताया, पिछले एपिसोड में भी हमने आपके स्कूल के 2 प्रोग्राम्स के बारे में बताया है। तो ये जो भी स्टूडेंट्स ज्वाइन करेंगे हमारे SOTHSM को, उनको आप अपार्ट फ्रॉम द इंफॉर्मेशन दैट डॉक्टर सोनिया गेव about filling their re-registration form on time and filling their admission form on time, submitting their assignments on time, as the director of the school, what is it that you would want to impart as, the wisdom that you have interacting with the students in all these years that you've been here? Because we know that students may have certain similar kinds of concerns over a period of time, and you may have addressed them, which is why I want that the students can benefit from that wisdom and maybe skip any mistakes that they are likely to make.
There's not much of a scope of any such queries in the case of BAVTM. We just have a couple of batches which has moved out after 3 years degree, right?
Right.
As Dr. Sonia said, we launched it only in 2019. So you can understand we don't have too many batches to talk about here. Nevertheless, the batches that have gone here for any of the tourism program, the most difficult thing they seem to have faced is that of a project.
Right.
It seems that preparing the project for any of the tourism programs become a little difficult since our tourism programs are pretty popular. We have a large number of students. So possibly the academic counselors are not able to handle so many students at the same go. So in the case of VA VTM also, what we have done, as Dr. Sonia has said, BA Vocational Tourism Management Study, this thing is, acronym is BA VTM.
Right.
So the students of BA VTM, they need to know that when they are preparing the project for any of this courses that they choose on, because we have given them a lot of themes to choose for their project, and these themes are based on the courses that we have. Some of the interesting courses that we have and that I personally like is cultural in Indian subcontinent, that is about the culture of India, and we talk about it. So the students need to get approval from a supervisor, and mostly students send it to the school for getting an approval from the faculty. So I just need to inform the students that if you're a student of VA VTM, you need not have the approval from the supervisor and as in the faculty from the school. Rather, the approval needs to come from the academic counselor. And in case you are not able to reach the academic counselor, you can get the approval from a manager who is a graduate and has been a manager in the tourism or in the hotel industry or in the any of the hospitality area like Mysore, any other area, for at least 5 years. That person needs to be a manager for at least 5 years with a graduation degree, and that person can be your supervisor. So you need not send the synopsis to the school, get the approval from the supervisor, prepare the project, submit it for the evaluation, student evaluation division, and that will be taken care of. So tourism is an industry which is coming back with a bounce after the COVID, and I believe that the students should always keep that in mind while applying for the school in any of the programs of the school. Best of luck to them.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I would like to thank our panel of experts today, Dr. Tiwari, who had joined us in the earlier part of the program, Dr. Bharat Bhushan, Professor Paramita, Dr. Sonia Sharma. Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure talking to you all, and I'm sure our learners and viewers have benefited from this. We will be very soon back with another episode of this program, another school, another set of very interesting and very useful programs. Till then, keep learning, keep growing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the current global economy and digital era, learn or perish is the order of the day for all adults in all sectors of life. As a result, adult education and lifelong learning have assumed great significance. IGNOU as a national university has played its role by way of coming up with the Master of Arts in Adult Education program, MAAE.
MAAE program focuses on different aspects of theory and practice, policies and programs, as well as research, among other things related to adult education.
MAE is a 2-year modular program with multiple entry and exit options. Students who complete first year of the program will be awarded with the postgraduate diploma in adult education. In case they want to continue, they will complete the second year program and they will be awarded with the Master of Arts in adult education.
MAE program consists of 10 courses, 5 courses in each year, 8 theory courses, 6 credits worth, and 1 practical course of 10 credits in the first year, and 1 dissertation course of 10 credits in the second year.
Practical course of MAAE is divided into 3 components, namely community-based practical activities, workshop-based practical activities, and adult education training center or institution-based practical activities. And the student has to complete all the 3 components for completion of this practical course.
The minimum qualification required for admission to this program is bachelor's degree from any recognized university. The minimum duration is 2 years and the maximum duration is 4 years.
Instructional system follows multimedia approach. The major medium of instruction is self-learning print materials, which is supplemented by other media such as audio-video programs, broadcasting, that is interactive radio counseling, teleconferencing, personal contact programs or counseling sessions at the study centers, workshops and field work as well as internship at the institutional level.
Those who seek out a master's degree in adult education have a myriad of career and specialization options. They can go further for higher studies, that is research in various fields of adult education, and adult literacy teacher, faculty in university departments of adult and continuing education, extension and lifelong learning. Field functionaries in the projects implemented by state and central governments as well as NGOs. For more details, you can log on to
www.ignou.ac.in.
Don't forget to take admission. Hurry up.
Hello friends, I am Dr. Munish Kumar Bharadwaj from School of Engineering and Technology of IGNOU. And as you remember, we were discussing about the safety in excavations. So we will continue this topic. Some of the things I discussed with you in the past lecture are the challenges in the underground construction, then the risks associated with the underground construction, then what were the safety initiatives taken at the international as well as the national level, then general safety provisions. If we follow these, then we can make the excavation work safe. We'll continue the things which are related to the general safety provisions basically. And as you remember, I also told you that there are IS codes which are developed in our country which guide us for safe excavation and the safe tunneling work. So there are various codes which you see here on the screen. If we follow the provisions given in these IS codes, then we can make our excavation work safe basically. Similarly, at international level also, some guidelines and the codes are developed basically, which are the norms. One of the norms developed in US are very famous basically, OSHA that they call them basically. So these in OSHA also there are guidelines for the safe excavation or the underground construction basically. Then I also told you that what are the risks in excavation work. First of all, the risk is that excavations collapsing, and because of that burying of the workers or injuring the workers basically. And how this is important is, it comes from a fact that the density or the unit weight of the soil is around 1700 kg. So simply assume that if a soil mass of 1 cubic meter is falling on some worker, so it is not simply 40 or 50 kg basically. 1 cubic mass of soil is equivalent to that, so 1700 kg. And survival of any person who is buried under this load, that much of load, is almost nil. So that way, this is very risky work basically when we are dealing with that deep excavation, because excavated material or the sides of the excavation may collapse and that soil may fall onto the workers. Then in addition to the soil, there are other materials also which may fall into that excavation basically, or the trenches. Materials which are piled up on the sides of the excavation, that may fall into that excavation. Then there may be persons walking on the sides of that excavation, or some plants or machinery stored on the sides of that excavation, that may also fall into that. So this also may cause the injury or accidents. Then there are chances of inflow of the groundwater or surface water both. Where from that groundwater, if we encounter or hit some water source underground basically, it may be a small pocket or a large pocket basically, so that our trench or that excavation work will get flooded. Due to this flooding, some workers, if trapped in that flood, if your worker is working under a deep excavation basically, deep trench, and if it is flooded, so there may be a chances of that big accident for the worker, that it may get trapped in that water and may lose his or her life basically. Similarly, if some surface water is also there because of rains and nearby place, and that some runoff is flooding into that our excavation or the trenches, then also some accident may occur. Then in addition to this, there may be chances of encountering some toxic gas pockets under the ground basically. So if some tunnel excavation is going on and there's some pocket of toxic gases is hit during that excavation, so these toxic gases may cause harm to the workers. There may be some explosive gases also, and due to this explosion there may be chances of fire or some injury to the workers who are working there. So these are the risks associated with the excavation or the underground works basically. Then what precautions we should take? First of all, as you see in this graphics, the stability of ground we must check. What are the soil properties? What are the properties of the ground basically there? We have to check the soil properties. Then according to that cohesion property or angle of repose basically, which is majorly responsible for that stability of that ground basically. So these should be checked properly, and we should calculate that what depth is safe basically, up to what depth that vertical cut or sloping cuts are safe basically, at which that ground will remain safe or stable, you can say. Then what is another thing is that if some existing structure or infrastructure is there, like some building is there, or some road is there, or some railway line is there, and nearby you are going to excavate basically. So as you can see that this trench is being excavated near this existing structure basically. So what happens that you understand that if this is the structure, then the load of this structure is not borne by the soil which is directly under this structure. This is giving support by the soil which is on the sides of this structure also, and this sharing of this load or the distribution of load takes place up to a certain depth below this structure as well as on the sides of the structure. So generally what we follow that a rule that 1:2 basically, that if we are going 1 meter deep, then at least 2 meter on the sides of that structure no excavation should be done. But if we talk about that if the soil is sandy, then instead of this 1:2 rule, it becomes a 1:3. Then means that if you are excavating 1 meter vertically, then at least no structure should be there at least 3 times of that. Means if you are excavating 1 meter deep, then at least 3 meter, up to 3 meter horizontal distance, no structure should be there. Otherwise what happens that when we are removing soil from this trench basically, so the soil which was giving some support to this structure or this nearby soil basically, this soil get relaxed. Means no soil is there to give the horizontal support to the soil under this structure. Then soil relaxation process occurs, and there may be a settlement of the foundation of this structure, which will cause ultimately the damage to the structure. So this should be kept in mind, that from the existing structure, at least keeping in view that up to what depth we are going to excavate, 2 times in normal soil or 3 times in sandy soil, that should be the minimum horizontal distance between the existing structure and the excavation that we are going to do basically. So this should be followed. Another general norm that OSHA gives basically is that a safety triangle that you see here, that is, it says that 3 things are important. First is slope it. What is the meaning of slope it? When we are excavating basically, we are making a vertical cut in the ground, then there are chances of failure of the sides of the trench or these vertical sides basically. That up to a certain depth, depending upon the properties of the soil, up to a certain depth only, this soil can withstand basically. If you are going more than that, then the sides of the vertical cut may collapse into that trench or the excavation. So it is better that instead of vertical cut, make it a slanting, slope it basically, slope the sides of the cut. Instead of vertical cuts, make it a sloping. Just as you see that here, this is sloping one. It is not up to the ground surface. It is not the directly vertical cut basically. Up to a certain depth, it is made slanting or the sloping. So this avoids the chances of the collapse of the vertical sides into the trench or the excavation basically, and workers may work safely. So this is slope it. Then second is shore it. Shoring means providing the support to the vertical sides of the cut. Means this is the vertical cut basically. So if there are chances that if there are situation that we are not able to provide this slope, if there are some restrictions, so then, and we are bound to make a vertical cut, then in that case we can provide support on the 2 sides, 2 vertical sides basically. We can provide some plates, steel plates or the wooden planks basically to give support to the sides of this excavation or the trench. This process is called shoring. Means shoring is simply providing support to the sides of the vertical cut or the vertical excavation that we are doing there. Third is shield it. Shield it means shield the workers. Now shielding, we are not doing the shielding of the cut or the excavation. shielding of the worker. Means there is a one provision is there that we can provide a safe working space inside the trench or the inside the excavation in which worker can work. Now we are no more providing the support to the sides of the cut. Rather, we are providing some you can say enclosure for workers in which they can work safely without any fear of that getting trapped in that trench basically. So this is a simple, you can say, safety triangle by following which we can make the excavation work safe basically. So as I told you that shoring and shielding, these are the protecting systems used when the location or the depth of cut makes sloping back to maximum allowed slope impractical. Means that the sloping of the vertical sides, if it is not possible up to that maximum allowed thing due to some restrictions, due to some situation in the field, then we take the provision of shoring and shielding. As I told you that shoring is providing the support to the vertical sides of the cut, and shielding is providing a safe working space to the workers by making some arrangements of giving sides and that props basically. That I'll show you what is that shoring and shielding basically. Now here you see the shoring. Shoring is the provision of using a support system for trench faces which prevents movement of soil, underground utilities, roadways and foundations. Just see that. This is the excavation that is done basically, and if we want to go further, if we want to excavate further, then we are providing these shorings. These are the steel plates and these are the struts or the props which are supporting these two plates on the two sides of this cut basically. So that way these are the plates, and in between there are props or the struts which are providing support to these props and these plates, and these plates are not allowing the soil from the sides to fall into that trench or the excavation. So this is the shoring, as you can see. These shorings that you are you see here, these are of steel basically, and aluminium props are provided there, struts are provided there. These shoring can be made with cheap material like the timber also, and you see here the timber shoring. That these are the timber planks on the two sides, on the one on the this one side of this excavation or the vertical trench basically. This is the another another wooden plank, and between these we are fixing a strut basically, so that these plates remain in their place even if there are some movement in the soil, and due to this movement of the soil there will be pressure on these plates, and if we are not providing this strut across these two planks, wooden planks or the wooden plates basically, then these wooden plates may fall into the trench again. So that way this strut is providing the support to these wooden planks or the wooden plates on the two sides of the excavation or the trench basically. So this is shoring. So that way it is supporting the soil, and now the soil will not fall into that trench, and we are that way avoiding any accident because of that falling of the soil from the two sides of the trench or the excavation. Then shielding. As I told you that shielding is not providing support to the vertical sides of the trench basically, or the vertical cuts basically. Now here we are providing a box type of structure here, and this box type of structure, this is providing a safe working space to the worker. That worker will go inside it and he or she can excavate or dig the material basically. If there is some movement from the sides basically, some soil is falling into that, this is not allowing the soil to fall inside this box basically, and that way this box is giving a safe working space to the worker. So these boxes or this shielding system may be made of steel plates or may be made of wooden, like earlier that we saw that for shoring also we were using that wooden shoring. So here also shielding can be made of that steel or that wooden, any type of material. So now it will give the safe working space to the worker. And you should remember that it is not for supporting the soil. Basically, it is not providing any support to the soil of the sides of the trenches. Then another important thing is that there should not be any movement on the sides of the excavated trench or the excavation, basically. Because if there is some movement, where from this movement may come, basically, it may occur because of that people moving on the sides of that trench. There may be some machinery moving on the sides of the trench. And if you are doing some excavation on nearby some highway or road, basically, then there is a possibility that these vehicles may move close to that excavation or that trench. So what will happen in these cases, basically? Now the soil can withstand its load up to certain extent, basically, depending upon the properties of the soil. Then if some movement is there because of that persons moving on the sides of the trench or some machinery or some vehicles are moving, then all these things will add up some more load on the soil, basically, and now the failure of the slope is bound to occur in that case. So that way there should be some distance, there should be some distance barred from any type of movement. So for that matter, we have to provide some blocks, basically, so that these vehicles or the people do not come close to that excavation or the trench, basically. So what we do, basically, that we provide stop blocks. What are these stop blocks? As if you see here, these are the stop blocks. These can be made of that some concrete or some other material. So we are keeping these stop blocks on the sides of that at some distance from the trench, basically, or the excavation, so that these vehicles do not come close to our excavation area. So these stop blocks or some cross barriers we can provide, and with proper you can say warning that no vehicle should come closer to the excavation area or the trenches, basically. So that way we can avoid any fall of any vehicle or person or machinery into that excavation or the trench. Then heavy equipments or vehicles should not be allowed near the excavation unless the support work has been specially designed to permit it. Means if it is very necessary that we are not having enough space for the movement of that heavy load or the machineries or the vehicles, in that case we have to design the support system, basically, and that support system should be provided in the excavation or the trenches so that it can take some additional load because of the movement of the persons, machineries or some vehicles, that way. Then if an excavation is likely to disturb the safety of a structure on which persons are working, then precautions should be taken to protect the structure from the collapse. Means if some structure is there on which these workers are working, and if there are some chances of any collapse, then some proper measures should be taken to avoid any failure or any movement of that structure, so that there is no loss of the property as well as of life, basically. Because even if simple thing occurs, that falling of soil into the trench, then if there is no injury to the workers, but we are losing money wise. Why? Because if we have already cleared, we have done the excavation, cleared the trenches, then again if some 1 meter or 2 meter depth of soil is falling into that trench, then again we have to remove that soil. Even if there is no accident, there is no injury to the workers. So we are losing capital wise or money basically for removing that soil which has fallen into that trench or the excavation. And second thing is that delay of our project, because clearing of the trenches now will take time also. Then time and money both are wasted, and as you know, the time is money. So that way we are losing. So that way all precautions should be taken that there is no failure of the soil sites basically, or there is nothing falling into the excavated trenches basically, to avoid any loss of time, money or life. Then side of the excavated pit where workers are exposed to danger from moving ground or soil heap is to be made safe by sloping, shoring or portable shields or other effective means. As I told you, these are the three things which can employ for making our excavated area safe. Then in addition to that, providing these all shoring and shieldings, we have to check the properties of the material that we are using for that shoring and shielding. Basically, if we are using some steel shorings, then certainly we should see that these are not cracked, these are not rusted basically, because rusted materials may fail after certain time basically. And if you are using timber, then we should check these struts and wooden planks for various defects which we find in the timber, just like that dry rot, fungus or any termite. Because in some cases, like in case of that white ants and termite, the if some our strut or the prop basically, it will look like safe from outside, but it is totally hollow from inside. And if we are using such type of material, logs, wooden logs for struts or props basically, then it may fail at any time, which may cause a big accident basically. So that material has to be properly checked when we are providing these shorings and the shieldings. Then if we just summarize the things basically, what are the things which are very necessary? That first is the pre-planning, means plan the things, plan the activities properly before starting our excavation. Then proper protective system should be there in place. Then workers also should follow take all the safety measures, like personal protective equipments, PPE, they should wear basically, so that they are not injured. And proper inspection from time to time should be there. So if we follow all these measures or the steps, then we can make our excavation work and the underground construction safe. So I hope you follow the things which I told you, and you will go through the material that we have provided to you and learn more about this safety in excavation. Thank you.
Do you wish to be part of a television studio like this, or any other media system, or already part of any media system, want to enhance a new set of skills? Welcome to School of Journalism and New Media Studies. Here in the School of Journalism and New Media Studies, we are offering program for all set of people to learn and enhance their media skills. The vision of School of Journalism and New Media Studies is to generate a new set of professionals in the area of media and communication studies with understanding about role of media in the national development and global understanding. We offer innovative programs in the field of journalism and mass communication that sets a benchmark of high quality learning and teaching process at the national level. We offer these programs across the country with the help of our regional network as well as study center. Same manner, many of our programs are offered through online mode with a sophisticated learning management system. SOGNMS offers programs from PhD in journalism and mass communication till certificate level. We have masters in journalism and mass communication. The eligibility is a bachelor's degree, and we are introducing this program in 3 languages: Hindi, Tamil and English. Students from national and international students can join either through online mode as well as in a distance mode. We have 4 postgraduate diploma programs, specialized areas in the field of development communication, digital media, electronic media and journalism and mass communication program. And all these 4 programs are available in distance mode. 2 programs are available in online mode, development communication and digital media. And we have specialized certificate program in community radio. IGNOU employs various media and communication tools for better teaching and learning process. School of Journalism and New Media Studies utilizes this media system for delivering all our programs. Come and join with us for exploring a new career and enhance your media skills.
Namaskar. Welcome to the teleconferencing session of School of Journalism and New Media Studies. Today, we will provide basic information about the various academic programs offered by School of Journalism and New Media Studies. School of Journalism और New Media Studies कई सारे कार्यक्रम ऑफर कर रहा है. उन कार्यक्रमों के बारे में हम आज बात करेंगे. Because you all know that the admissions in IGNOU are going on, and if you have interest in any field of journalism or mass communication, you can take admission in our programs. So School of Journalism and New Media Studies is offering programs in various areas of journalism and mass communication. We have several master's degree program. We have many PG diploma programs. We have certificate also. And recently we launched a BA undergraduate program also. So we have bouquet of academic programs in the field of mass communication. We have master's degree, 4 master's degree program. MA in Journalism and Mass Communication, it's a generic master degree program. Then we have 3, specialized master degree or master degrees also, like MA in Development Journalism, MA in Journalism and Digital Media, and MA in Journalism and Electronic Media. In the same way, we have many PG diploma programs also. PG diploma in Journalism and Mass Communication is a generic program. And we have specialized PG diplomas also, like PG diploma in development communication, PG diploma in digital media, PG diploma in advertising and integrated communication, PG Diploma in Electronic Media, PG Diploma in Audio Program Production. And we have one certificate program, that is Certificate in Community Radio. So today we will discuss about all these programs, and we are offering these programs. Some programs are offered through online mode also. Some mediums of instruction includes Hindi and Tamil also. So I welcome my colleague Dr. Ramesh Yadav ji for this discussion. एंड मैं रमेश जी से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि हमारे जो कार्यक्रम हैं और उन कार्यक्रमों की जो कुछ मौलिक विशेषताएं हैं, जैसे कि फीस की विशेषता है, फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है, एक ओवरऑल व्यू वो हमारे दर्शकों को दे। रमेश जी।
धन्यवाद डॉक्टर रमेश जी। सर्वप्रथम तो सारे जितने प्रोग्राम हम लोग के स्कूल की तरफ से संचालित हो रहे हैं उनके बारे में तो आपने बता दिया, लेकिन ये चूँकि एडमिशन का सीज़न चल रहा है इग्नू का, तो बहुत सारे दर्शक जो हमारे हैं उनमें से ऐसे छात्र भी होंगे जो इन प्रोग्राम में एडमिशन लेना चाहते होंगे। तो जैसा शुरू में प्रोफेसर अमित जी ने बताया आपको, हमारे यहाँ जो मास्टर्स प्रोग्राम हैं उनके बारे में और जो पीजी डिप्लोमा प्रोग्राम है उनके बारे में जो बेसिक इन्फॉर्मेशन है, जो आपको एडमिशन लेते समय जिन सूचनाओं की ज़रूरत है या जो इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको पहले से होने चाहिए आपके पास, उनके बारे में एक एक प्रोग्राम का हम डिटेल बता देते हैं। और अगर कोई इससे या इसके अलावा कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन आपको और चाहिए तो आप इग्नू के वेबसाइट पर जाइए, वहाँ एडमिशन पोर्टल भी हमेशा लाइव रहता है और हमारा जो स्कूल है, स्कूल ऑफ जर्नलिज्म एंड न्यू मीडिया स्टडीज़, वहाँ जा कर के सारे प्रोग्राम का ब्रीफ, प्रोग्राम गाइड और इससे रिलेटेड जितने भी इंफॉर्मेशन है सारा डिटेल्स में आप देख सकते हैं। तो जो डिप्लोमा प्रोग्राम चल रहे हैं पहले उनके बारे में हम बता देते हैं। पहला प्रोग्राम है पीजी डिप्लोमा इन डेवलपमेंट जर्नलिज्म। यह प्रोग्राम बेसिकली जो डेवलपमेंट सेक्टर्स हैं नेशनल इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर, उनको फोकस करके बनाया गया है और इसमें तीनों सेक्टर हैं, प्राइवेट सेक्टर, पब्लिक सेक्टर और एनजीओ। तीनों सेक्टर में जो भी डेवलपमेंट सेक्टर में काम कर रहे हैं लोग या एसोसिएटेड हैं या वर्किंग है, प्रोफेशनल हैं, उनको फोकस करके ये प्रोग्राम बनाया गया है। और इसी का एक्सटेंशन है एमए इन डेवलपमेंट जर्नलिज्म, जिसके बारे में हम इसके बाद बताऊंगा। इस प्रोग्राम में यह प्रोग्राम 1 साल का है, मिनिमम 1 ईयर का है, लेकिन इग्नू की जो फ्लेक्सिबल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी है इसमें इस प्रोग्राम को कंप्लीट करने के लिए आपको 3 साल दिए जाते हैं। किन्हीं कारणों से या किन्हीं वजहों से अगर आप इस प्रोग्राम को 1 साल में नहीं कंप्लीट कर पाते हैं तो अगले 3 साल में आप इसको कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं। और जैसा अमित जी ने कहा कि जो इग्नू की जो एजुकेशन के अंतर्गत जो फ़ी की पॉलिसी है काफ़ी इकोनॉमिकल है, और वो इसलिए भी है कि इग्नू का जो विस्तार है पूरे देश के स्तर पर है और इसलिए सभी सामाजिक व्यवस्थाओं को ध्यान में रखते हुए प्लस जो आर्थिक रूप से कमज़ोर छात्र हैं उनको भी ध्यान में रख करके इस कार्यक्रम के फीस को रखा गया है, न केवल इस प्रोग्राम का बल्कि सभी प्रोग्राम का। तो इसलिए इसका जो पीजी डिप्लोमा इन डेवलपमेंट कम्युनिकेशन है इसका फ़ी 5000 रुपीज़ है, ज़्यादा नहीं है। और यह प्रोग्राम इंग्लिश में है, लेकिन जितने प्रोग्राम के बारे में हम आपको बताएंगे सभी प्रोग्राम का एग्जामिनेशन, असाइनमेंट और प्रोजेक्ट वर्क आप हिंदी में कर सकते हैं। कुछ प्रोग्राम हिंदी, अंग्रेजी और तमिल में भी हैं, जैसे पीजीजीएमसी और एमएजीएमसी। ये दोनों प्रोग्राम तीनों भाषाओं में हैं और यह दोनों प्रोग्राम पीजीजीएमसी और एमएजीएमसी हमारे ओडीएल और ऑनलाइन दोनों मोड में है। इसके अलावा दूसरा है, अच्छा इसकी एक एलिजिबिलिटी है कि कौन लोग इसमें एडमिशन ले सकते हैं। तो जो ग्रेजुएट हों किसी भी डिसिप्लिन में वो सब इसमें एडमिशन ले सकते हैं, इंक्लूडिंग मीडिया। दूसरा है पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिप्लोमा इन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया। यह भी प्रोग्राम 1 ईयर का है, लेकिन इसको भी पास करने के लिए आपको 3 साल के समय दिए जाते हैं। और इस प्रोग्राम का जो फ़ी है 9,500 रुपीज़ है और इसमें कोई एज लिमिट नहीं है किसी भी प्रोग्राम का। जो इग्नू के जिन प्रोग्राम के बारे में हम अभी बता रहे हैं जो स्कूल ऑफ जर्नलिज्म के हैं और इसके अलावा भी जो यूनिवर्सिटी के दूसरे प्रोग्राम हैं किसी में भी कोई एज लिमिट नहीं होती है और इसमें भी एलिजिबिलिटी ग्रेजुएट लेवल है। किसी भी डिसिप्लिन में आप ग्रेजुएट हों इंक्लूडिंग मीडिया आप इसमें एडमिशन ले सकते हैं। उसके अलावा एक पीजी डिप्लोमा इन जर्नलिज्म एंड मास कम्युनिकेशन प्रोग्राम है जो हमारा बहुत पॉपुलर प्रोग्राम है। यह 96 से चलता हुआ आ रहा है और यह रिवाइज्ड वर्जन इसका 2020 में लॉन्च हुआ था और ये हमारे MAGMC का फर्स्ट ईयर प्रोग्राम है। तो यह भी 1 ईयर मिनिमम इसका ड्यूरेशन 1 ईयर है और मैक्सिमम 3 ईयर्स है। इसका जो कोर्स फी है टोटल प्रोग्राम का वो 12,500 रुपये और इसमें भी कोई एज लिमिट नहीं है और किसी भी विषय में बैचलर्स डिग्री आप किए हों आप इसमें एडमिशन ले सकते हैं। इसके अलावा अब एक है पीजी पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिप्लोमा इन डिजिटल मीडिया। डिजिटल मीडिया के बारे में आप अच्छी तरह से जान रहे हैं कि इधर पूरा का पूरा इसका बूम आया हुआ है और चाहे गवर्नेंस हो चाहे बैंकिंग हो चाहे एजुकेशन सेक्टर हो हर सेक्टर अपने को डिजिटल करना चाहता है और इसी को ध्यान में रख करके इस डिप्लोमा को बनाया गया है। इसमें भी इसका भी प्रोग्राम का जो मिनिमम ड्यूरेशन है 1 ईयर है और मैक्सिमम 3 ईयर्स और जो इसका कोर्स फी है 5,000 जैसे इकोनॉमिकल फी स्ट्रक्चर के बारे में हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं और इसमें भी एज की कोई लिमिट नहीं है और इसमें एलिजिबिलिटी जो एडमिशन की एलिजिबिलिटी होनी चाहिए वो बैचलर्स डिग्री इन एनी सब्जेक्ट किसी विषय में आप ग्रेजुएट हो और यह मीडियम इंग्लिश में है। तो ये प्रोग्राम के अलावा एक प्रोग्राम के बारे में और मैं आपको बता देता हूँ जो पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिप्लोमा इन ऑडियो प्रोग्राम प्रोडक्शन। यह प्रोग्राम काफ़ी लंबे समय से चल रहा है और यह जिनके बारे में हम आपको बता रहे हैं ये हमारे स्क्रीन पर भी दिख रहा है, आप इसको भी देख सकते हैं। और इसके अलावा एक सर्टिफिकेट प्रोग्राम है सर्टिफिकेट इन कम्युनिटी रेडियो। जो लोग सामुदायिक रेडियो में अपना करियर बनाना चाहते हैं वो छात्र इसमें एडमिशन ले सकते हैं। और इसके अलावा 3 स्पेशल मास्टर प्रोग्राम जो जिसके बारे में शुरू में बताया गया है मास्टर ऑफ MA इन जर्नलिज्म एंड मास कम्युनिकेशन। यह 3 भारतीय भाषाओं में उपलब्ध है प्रोग्राम, अंग्रेजी, तमिल और हिंदी। तीनों में जिसमें भी आप करना चाहते हैं यह प्रोग्राम कर सकते हैं और यह ODL और ऑनलाइन दोनों प्लेटफॉर्म पे मौजूद है। यह प्रोग्राम मिनिमम 2 इयर्स का है लेकिन मैक्सिमम 4 इयर्स का ड्यूरेशन है। 4 साल में आप कभी भी इसको कर सकते हैं। और इसकी जो कोर्स फी है वो 25,000 रुपीज़ है, 25,000 रुपये है और इसमें भी एज की कोई लिमिट नहीं है और इसमें भी ग्रेजुएशन किसी भी विषय में आप ग्रेजुएट हों इस प्रोग्राम में एडमिशन ले सकते हैं। और एक प्रोग्राम जिसके डिप्लोमा के बारे में मैंने आपको बताया पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट डिप्लोमा इन डेवलपमेंट कम्युनिकेशन, उसी का है MA प्रोग्राम MA इन डेवलपमेंट जर्नलिज्म। यह 2 साल का प्रोग्राम है लेकिन 4 साल में इसको कंप्लीट कर सकते हैं। यह अभी अंग्रेजी माध्यम में है लेकिन आप हिंदी में इसके असाइनमेंट को, एग्जामिनेशन को, प्रोजेक्ट को, डिटेशन को कर सकते हैं और इसका कोर्स फिर 10,000 रुपीज़ है। इसमें भी कोई एज की लिमिट नहीं है और ये प्रोग्राम बेसिकली डेवलपमेंट सेक्टर को फोकस करके बनाया गया है। इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया का ग्लैमर है पूरे देश में और न केवल भारत में बल्कि विश्व में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया जितना लोगों के जीवन पर और उनके बाकी दूसरे व्यापक प्रभाव डालता है उतना दूसरे मीडियम का नहीं होता है। इसलिए प्रोफेसर अमित कुमार जी ने इसमें एक डिप्लोमा प्रोग्राम PG डिप्लोमा इन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया लॉन्च किया और उसके बाद इसका मास्टर डिग्री MA इन जर्नलिज्म एंड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया लॉन्च किया और यह प्रोग्राम ODL में अवेलेबल है, इंग्लिश में है अभी और यह 2 इयर्स का MA प्रोग्राम है और मैक्सिमम ड्यूरेशन इसका 4 इयर्स है। इसका कोर्स फी टोटल 25,000 रुपीज़ है, टोटल प्रोग्राम की फ़ी है और कोई भी बैचलर डिग्री जो किया हुआ है वो इसमें एडमिशन ले सकता है। तो अमित जी ये हमारे जो प्रोग्राम हैं MA लेवल के और एक प्रोग्राम और है MA इन डिजिटल मीडिया जिसके बारे में डिप्लोमा के बारे में हमने बताया है। और ये जितने हमारे डिप्लोमा और एमए प्रोग्राम हैं उनके बारे में हमने आपको बताया कि ये प्रोग्राम हमारे स्कूल से चल रहे हैं, जिसको बार बार स्क्रीन पे भी दिखाया जा रहा है। और इससे रिलेटेड और भी इंफॉर्मेशन आपको चाहिए तो इग्नू की वेबसाइट पर जाइए, उसको विजिट कीजिए और वहाँ जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन आपको चाहिए सब अवेलेबल है, इंक्लूडिंग एडमिशन पोर्टल। इसके अलावा एक बीए प्रोग्राम है। मैं अपने साथी डॉक्टर अमित कुमार जी से रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि बीए प्रोग्राम के बारे में डिटेल इंफॉर्मेशन आपके साथ शेयर करें।
जी बिल्कुल रमेश जी। My colleague Dr. Ramesh Yadav just shared about all the PG diploma programs and the master degree programs offered by this school, including one certificate program in community radio also. And he gave you all the details about various eligibility, then the fee, then the maximum duration, minimum duration, age bar. So everything he told you, he explained very clearly. Recently, from this admission cycle only, July 2023, School of Journalism and New Media Studies IGNOU launched a new program, that is the undergraduate program, and that is BA in Journalism and Digital Media. So it's a completely new program with the focus on journalism and digital media, and it includes the various areas, various sectors of mass communication, including photography, including news writing, including print media, also advertising, corporate communication, media research, and various. You can see, if you will go through the structure of this program, you will find that it includes almost every aspect of communication studies. But the major focus is on journalism and especially on digital media. That's why it is reflected by the nomenclature title of the program, that is BA in Journalism and Digital Media. So as of now, it's a 3 years program and having 6 semester. It's a semester based program and 3 years as of now. It may be extended, or converted into the BA honors also with the 4 years according to the National Education New Education Policy. So as of now, it's a 3 years program, and the eligibility, if you have passed 12th or intermediate or any equivalent qualification which is equal to 12th, then you are eligible to take admission in BA in Journalism and Digital Media. There is no minimum marks required for it. If you have passed your 10+2, you are eligible to take admission in BA in Journalism and Digital Media, number one. Number two, that as of now, this program we are offering only in English, means the study material of this program will be available only in English. But as Ramesh ji told you earlier, that you can write your examination in Hindi, you can write your assignments, practicals, projects, you can write everything in Hindi also. So if you are able to understand English study material and you are more comfortable to express yourself in examination, assignments, practical portfolios and the projects in Hindi, you can do that. This is the option available with all the programs, including our BA program. Okay. So the focus, and one more thing I want to share with the viewers, that nowadays there is a provision that you can pursue 2 degree programs simultaneously. Like if you are pursuing any regular degree program, maybe in political science, maybe in sociology or computer science or in any discipline, and if you want to add one more specialization in your career, then you can take admission in IGNOU's BA in Journalism and Digital Media, because now the regulator of the higher education, that is University Grant Commission, has made the norms for pursuing dual degrees also. So you are allowed, if you are pursuing one regular program, you can go for one distance learning program. There is no issue. So it's always useful to add some other specialization, some more specialization in your career, so that it will, you know, open up the possibilities and opportunities for you in near future. So if you will see the structure, the nomenclature of the courses will tell you about the coverage area of this program. So first semester, and there are certain different types of course groups also. Like in BA, there is a core course also. Core course means the courses, you know, completely linked with the journalism and mass communication. Then you will find generic electives also. So generic elective courses are the courses which are coming from the other disciplines, and we will provide you the bouquet, many options, and you can opt any one out of those options. And these courses will give you, you know, exposure to the related disciplines. It may be psychology, it may be gender studies, it may be, you know, sociology, political science. So many areas are available in the generic elective basket. Then the skill enhancement courses are also there, which are focused on the skill component. And then the discipline specific electives are also there. So discipline specific elective basket, that is linked with the discipline of journalism and mass communication only, but we will give you the, you know, options. So wherever electives are there, options are there, you need to select only one out of them. So when you will go for the online admission, go to the IGNOU website, as Ramesh ji informed you, and there will be a link. Click that link and follow all the instructions. And before filling the, you know, application form, there are videos available, which is explaining, you know, how to fill the application forms. And videos are available in Hindi and English, in both the languages. So watch that video properly. Then the FAQs are also available, which provides you which can resolve all your queries regarding the admission process. So do those things. So in BA, in first semester, we have courses Introduction to Journalism and Digital Media, Techniques of Reporting. Then the environmental studies are the mandatory. Then the generic elective we have given 4 options: creative writing, gender sensitization, society and culture, philosophy of religion, and general psychology. Then the next semester 2, we have media and information literacy, news writing and editing. Then the language course, the option of Hindi and English both are available. Whichever you want to choose, you can choose. Then again the basket of generic elective. Here you can find governance issues and challenges, youth, gender and identity, sustainable development, and psychology and media. And then so these are the 2 semester, basically the first year of the BA course. And in the same way, you will find that the various areas of mass communication and journalism, and with the special focus on digital media, we came with this program BA in journalism and digital media. और इसको आप दूसरे जो आप रेगुलर BA अपना कर रहे हैं, अंडर ग्रेजुएट कोई भी प्रोग्राम कर रहे हैं, उसके साथ भी आप कर सकते हैं. तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा अवसर है हमारे छात्र छात्राओं के लिए, जिनका इंटरेस्ट जर्नलिज्म और मास कम्युनिकेशन में है, कि वो हमारे साथ BA कर सकते हैं. अब BA के लिए जो पॉसिबिलिटीज़ है रमेश जी, जर्नलिज्म और मास कम्युनिकेशन में, तो किस ढंग की अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ हमारा BA करने के बाद बच्चों को मिल सकती है अगर वो करते हैं, या तो केवल ये कोर्स करते हैं, या साथ में, जैसा मैंने कहा कि अगर वो कोई दूसरा ग्रेजुएशन कर रहे हैं तो उसके साथ भी कर सकते हैं. उन अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ पे आप संक्षेप में, क्योंकि समय भी अब हमारे पास बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं है जी, इस पे हम चर्चा कर लें. आप कुछ बताएं हमारे.
अभी तो देखिए, हम लोगों के जो BA के प्रोग्राम का टाइटल है जर्नलिज्म एंड डिजिटल मीडिया. तो जो छात्र हम लोगों के प्रोग्राम को कर रहे हैं, अगर वो जर्नलिज्म और डिजिटल मीडिया को फोकस करते हैं, और इसके साथ साथ जो दूसरा डिग्री प्रोग्राम वो कर रहे हैं ग्रेजुएट लेवल का, वो ऐसा डिग्री प्रोग्राम का चुनाव करें जो इसके साथ उनको सहयोग कर सके करियर में और आगे चल करके, तो ये उनके लिए ज़्यादा सूटेबल होगा। जैसे मान लीजिए वो BCA कर रहे हों, बैचलर ऑफ कंप्यूटर साइंस, तो वो अगर उधर से इनको जो BCA प्रोग्राम की अंडरस्टैंडिंग है या वो नॉलेज है, उनको इसमें डिजिटल मीडिया में और जर्नलिज्म में काफ़ी हेल्पफुल होगा। और यदि दूसरा प्रोग्राम करेंगे तो दोनों का डायमेंशन अलग होगा, मतलब दो दिशा में, एक तरफ वो डिजिटल मीडिया और जर्नलिज्म में जा रहे हैं, दूसरी तरफ मान लीजिए कॉमर्स का उन्होंने चुनाव कर लिया या किसी दूसरे विषय का। तो अगर इस विषय के संबंधित या इस विषय से मिलता जुलता या इसके नेचर से मिलता जुलता अगर कोई प्रोग्राम करेंगे तो उनके लिए ज़्यादा सूटेबल होगा। इसी तरह का अगर वो हेल्थ जर्नलिज्म का कोई प्रोग्राम जैसे इसको करें और इन्वायरमेंटल साइंस का कोई प्रोग्राम करें, तो आगे जाके हम लोगों का प्रोग्राम भी है जो PG लेवल पर, और उसमें भी इन्वायरमेंटल जर्नलिज्म का कोर्स है आपके BA प्रोग्राम में। तो इन्वायरमेंट का ग्लोबल लेवल पर और ख़ास तौर से हर देशों में
और हमारा जो BA है उसका फोकस, एक बार मैंने तो 2 सेमेस्टर तक के ही कोर्सेज बताए
जी।
मैं बस एक, ताकि हमारे दर्शकों को ये आइडिया लगेगा कि पूरा कवरेज कितना है
उसका, हाँ।
उसमें देखें तो जर्नलिस्टिक राइटिंग पे कोर्स है। कोर्स का मतलब इग्नू के टर्म में पेपर होता है, कॉमन रूप से लोकप्रिय रूप से जिसको हम पेपर कहते हैं उसको हम यहाँ पे इस टर्म में कोर्स कहते हैं। और पूरा जो एक प्रोग्राम जैसे BA एक पूरा प्रोग्राम हुआ, तो राइटिंग पे है, देन मीडिया एथिक्स एंड रेगुलेशन पे है, डिजिटल फोटोग्राफी पे है, डिजिटल मीडिया लिटरेसी पे है, ऑडियो पॉडकास्ट पे हमारा कोर्स है, पर्सुएसिव कम्युनिकेशन स्ट्रेटजीज पे है, देन कई सारे प्रैक्टिकल्स भी हैं, डेटा जर्नलिज्म पे है, ऑडियो विजुअल प्रोडक्शन पे है, हेल्थ एंड एनवायरनमेंट जर्नलिज्म पे है, डिजिटल ब्रांड मैनेजमेंट, डेवलपमेंट कम्युनिकेशन, जेंडर एंड मीडिया, मार्केटिंग कम्युनिकेशन, ICT फॉर डेवलपमेंट, डिजिटल जर्नलिज्म एंड रिसर्च टूल्स, सोशल मीडिया एंड सोसाइटी, न्यूज़ पोर्टल डिज़ाइन, डिजिटल ब्रांडिंग, प्रिंट एंड डिजिटल प्रोजेक्ट्स, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया के प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं। इंटर्नशिप का भी एक ऑप्शनल प्रोविज़न है कि जो कर सकते हैं, इंटर्नशिप अगर कर सकते हैं तो वो ऑप्शनल रूप से कर सकते हैं।
आज का तो हम लोगों का समय अब समाप्त हो रहा है, लेकिन अगर जैसे आपने कहा कि इसके साथ और भी प्रोग्राम वो कर सकते हैं, तो अगर जेंडर में प्रोग्राम कर रहे हों या हेल्थ जर्नलिज्म में कर रहे हों या दूसरे जो सेक्टर हैं जो इससे मिलते जुलते हैं, वो ज़्यादा सहयोगी होंगे। अभी 1 मिनट का टाइम है, मैं 1-2-3 बात हम लोग और बताते हैं कि ये जितने प्रोग्राम के बारे में हम लोगों ने बताए हैं, इग्नू में नेशनल लेवल पे जितने इसके रीजनल सेंटर्स हैं और उससे संबंधित उसके अंडर में जो हमारे स्टडीज सेंटर हैं, वो सब जगह ये प्रोग्राम एक्टिवेटेड हैं। आप कहीं से भी इस प्रोग्राम को कर सकते हैं और एडमिशन प्योर ऑनलाइन है। तो आप एडमिशन ऑनलाइन लीजिए और पूरे देश के किसी भी एरिया से, किसी भी क्षेत्र से आप इन सभी प्रोग्राम को कर सकते हैं। अब समय समाप्त हो रहा है, फिर हम लोग आएंगे और इसके बारे में और डिटेल आप लोगों को जानकारी देंगे। जितने दर्शक हम लोगों के साथ जुड़े रहे, आप सबके प्रति बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, शुभकामनाएं।
धन्यवाद।
In today's session, we have discussed how family, peer group, schools inculcate values in children. Another very important part of value education is life skills and also inclusion. First, we will discuss what are life skills. The term life skills have become an important concept in the discussions on learning and development and have been used by different organizations with different objectives. The World Health Organization 1993 has defined life skills as the abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enable individuals to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of everyday life. So this is a definition given by the World Health Organization. Another definition is by the National Curriculum Framework 2000.